And we are live right now. We are recording, Kaho.
All right, so you may be wondering who is this sexy ass voice in your ear right now? My name is Kaho. I like to play video games, do art, all kinds of bullshit. I got two co-hosts with me. One is Jinsei, basically a brother of mine. Known him forever, most beautiful man on the planet. And
Talk
then you
your
have Steve. You have Steve on the side there. He does all of our editing. He's a cool guy. Kind of forgets shit,
Quite
but
a
that's
bit.
all right. He's doing better. He's learning. He's learning.
Hey, could you expand upon the idea of Jinsei? Go ahead.
All right, so when I first met Jinsei, he was getting destroyed in this game called Rising Force Online. I came up and I saved him, right? Taught him everything that he knows about video games, especially PvP. He does much better now, but doesn't really hold a candle to me. But you know that whole teacher's student surpassing the teacher bullshit is bullshit. It's never gonna happen. He's all right though. He can do
This nigga
better.
is the Donald Trump of storytelling. Fuck out of here.
Speaking of games, that Baldur's Gate, right? You said you don't like the dice rolls. Do you just keep getting bad dice rolls? Is that the issue?
No, I just it's like so if you go from Divinity to that, and if you even if you go from Wasteland 3 to that, there's these they're all like what classic RPGs. That's the genre that they feel. I guess just the dice rolls is the one thing that like throws me off. Like so in Wasteland, it's a hard stat. So as long as you meet that stat requirement, I guess it succeeds. Even with the proper stats, like it's still up to chance. I guess that makes it harder. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like, okay, well, hey, guess I got to roll dice to perception check. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is.
It's one of those things that like you don't. It takes the ultimate power of controlling everything out of your hands and like makes it so that there's a chance that you fail like no matter what, like even if you had like and this is like an impossible stat, but if you had like plus 19 to your perception check, if you rolled a 1, which is like a 1 in 20 chance, then you fail it no matter what. So like it's like that 5% chance to miss, like when you're playing like we play Ion for example. No matter how high your accuracy is, you always have at least a 5% chance to miss, right? It's the same shit, except this the curve is a lot steeper.
I mean, I get that. All I'm saying is,
You just don't like the dice.
it's not even not like it's just like if you take the game as a whole and then you just pick out one tiny piece that you just kind of just don't, agree with. It would be that. I
It's
guess in the end game, like of all RPGs, to me, it's like, okay, I got to be able to become strong enough to where none of this shit matters. That's just going to be a system that's in place to where I can never overpower it. And I get that aspect. It's just not something, I aim to
it's
play.
Dungeons and Dragons though, man. Like dice is like listen. See that? I just rolled a 10 because I got dice.
I'm mad as hell you got props right. This man got dice. Like he mid conversation got up and picked up some dice. I'm gonna show this
Yeah,
nigga.
what's this? Bam. 15. 15 plus 5. I got plus 5 perception. That's a dirty 20.
So I shut the fuck up. I get that. Like I was saying, I get that. All I'm saying is, as someone who's done a D&D session only like twice in life, it's just, when it comes to the video game aspect, it just threw me off.
Right, right. We're gonna have to get a D&D session going so I can change your mind on this. I don't like you disagreeing with me on this one.
I, we can disagree, and I can still love you, brother. It's all
Nah,
good.
yeah, you can, but I can't. All right,
Uh,
so Steve, what about you? You ever played D&D?
I have not actually, but I do know a few people that have played it in the past. But no, I'm more of like a 2D fighter kind of person.
All right, so go ahead, go ahead.
to be fair, but you asked though, like, what the
But I
Yeah, go.
actually am pretty famous in this community known as the Naruto Storm community, which I have been to a few tournaments in my past, which I did fairly decent as well.
How
where you
famous
put the
is
video?
how famous is famous?
I got pretty famous to where like a bunch of bigger YouTubers noticed me, and it got pretty toxic, so I kind of left the community. But that was back in like 2016, and then I was on top of the world in the Naruto Storm 4 community, and that's kind of where I got my start in the gaming world. And yeah, that's pretty much my life story.
That's
You
amazing.
the world has some pretty big connotations attached to it. You mean like you were number one, or
I actually took fourth place out of like 50 people.
top of the world means number one,
I got close.
top of the world?
You third loser, Kaho. All I'm saying is insert the video of you getting your ass handed to you into
Yeah,
this
edit
video.
that shit in.
Yeah,
Edit that
edit that
in.
shit in. Yeah, so people
We
can
can watch
see.
that.
All right, I got you guys. So
You ain't got to play for too long, just while we're talking about this. All right, but getting away from that Naruto bullshit, back to D&D stuff. Let me ask you a question, Jinsei. Say we were to start playing D&D right now, which race would you pick? It's very important. I got to know.
You got to tell me what's available, right? Doesn't different games, different rule sets have different races available?
Just straight up D&D, man. You got humans, you got elves, you got dwarves, you got drow, you got war something. What are they called? The war machine motherfuckers? Warborn, something like that. You got the horn demon looking guys. There's a lot of races. I can't like I don't have them all in my head right now. I can pull up a list, but that's gonna take a minute, and I don't really feel like doing that. So
Okay,
just
well,
think like
if
general fantasy races
okay,
and
so
like
like
furries and shit.
last time I was last time I played I was an orc, but my perception has changed. I would just play the hardest race there is to play now, an African American male.
Say that humans are like the easiest and most generic race to play though.
I know, but we talking about the African American kind. That's different.
What about D&D though? I mean, I understand. I know. I get the joke, but D&D though.
So I would probably stick to like I don't know. Last time I was an orc, right? Like that's what I remember.
Big beefy races.
But I don't like. It's either that or is the red skin horn people. I like that.
The
That's my
tiefling.
aesthetic. Yeah, those are my aesthetics right there. You feel me? I like.
What about you, Steve?
I would probably pick like an elf or something like along those lines. Maybe like if I don't know if this is a thing, but I know a little bit about D&D, and I can you even pick like a dark elf or something like that, or is it just strictly elf?
Oh, the drows are there. Yeah, dark elves.
Yeah, so I'll probably pick one of those. Right now, here's a other question I would like to ask: do you have to be a male, or can you be a female?
If
Oh
you
my
want
god.
to, it's a role playing game.
I'll probably pick like a female, a dark elf then.
Sounds right. Sounds right.
Just my own pick.
That's a he got a fetish for black women. That's what it is.
And maybe I'll be like a warrior on top of the elf or something like that.
Nothing wrong with that. All right. So the campaign that I'm in right now, I'm playing a Leonin, which is like a fucking giant lion, a paladin who just cross classed over to a warlock, and I'm a little bit mad because the last session then ran short because one of the players she got disconnected, her power went out, and she main characters. You can't really play without the main. I mean, you can, but whatever. You know what? I don't even want to talk about D&D anymore. Now I'm starting to get upset because she disappeared on us.
How'd
It
her
wasn't
power
her
go
fault,
out?
but still,
Did you get an update as to what happened to her? Like since then?
she's really windy. Bad weather.
I mean, like I'm saying, it's not like she just disappeared and just like ghosted you. So
Nah, she ain't dead or anything. Her power just went out.
I'm guessing you guys were like at a pivotal part in the story, and then she disappeared. It's not like y'all was walking through the forest and she disappeared.
The characters were trying to cross a very a very turbulent river, and like they had very few resources, and we were just starting to get through we're starting to strategize to try to figure out how we're going to get across this river, and then you know kick the bucket, her connection, her power.
So as it is right now, you motherfuckers is like suspended, like or Are you in the river trying to cross it, or are you about to try to cross it?
No, they just got to the river's edge. There's like some trees around, but the river is about 230 feet across. I know that's a big ass river, but it is what it is. So you can't just like lay a tree across it because trees don't typically grow 230 feet. We'll figure it out eventually, though. All right, moving on. What you got for us, Steve?
Okay.
Topics wise.
Okay, so as I wanted to ask you guys, I've been watching a lot of anime as you guys as well. But here's the kicker starting off with the anime direction of the episode tonight. What do you guys think, for those who have watched it, episode 2 of Justus Kaisen, now that we are getting more involved with the premise and the story?
People wonder why I call you Stiffy Steve, and then you talk like this.
Did I watch the second episode? I'm pretty sure I watched the second episode.
Second episode was pretty fired. Kaho, I really have to admit, it was all about the main protagonist learning about like what's been going on, why is he able to eat these fingers, and now that he has all these different curses, he's able to go around and now he needs to collect like 10 different cursed fingers things, and it's a pretty typical staple shonen anime, but you know what, I can see it kind of being something on its own, and that's pretty much what I got the gist from episode 2. We got a little bit more in depth of what's been going on with this whole collecting these certain fingers of this one evil monster kind of dude going.
Did you watch the second episode, Kaho? Because I want to know what was the highlight to you. Because to me, the highlight was the sensei nigga, like the one with the fucking not glasses. He wearing a headband around his eye.
He had like that Kakashi type of aesthetic going on.
Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, he got me wet. You feel me?
I would say like the part that I liked the most was when the main character was just like, yeah, I could let this like ridiculously powerful ancient demon take over my body for a second and then take it right the fuck back. Like I like that. That's a strong main character. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it made you wet. I know. I was like, man, they giving Kaho all the shit with this main character.
Say wet. I would say moist.
Now, here's one thing I want to ask you guys. Do you think it can be something unique, or do you guys think it's a stable shonen formula going on?
I think it's gonna be pretty standard. But I like this one. I do like the animation on it. Like I said before, the fight scenes are pretty dope. I like that the character, the main character, has like this antagonistic relationship with the demon that he's suppressing, and like it's like popping out mouths on his arm and shit so that it can talk.
That was
Like it just seems like an annoying, like ultimate powerful demon who's being suppressed, and I think that's a pretty fun combination there.
Yeah, he definitely got the Naruto vibes right there. That's what I took from it. Like, if in the end he befriends the demon and they become like one and harmonize and everything, that's strictly Naruto shit right there.
One thing I really liked about episode 2 was the fact that like he was being captured and they basically wanted to like kill him because he ate the demon finger, and I loved it on how like episode 2 basically opened up the world of Justus Kaisen, and now we have a goal for our main character and figure out where his journey leads on. I feel like that's just an awesome way to open up the second episode.
Yeah, you like that the story progressed. Gotcha.
Yes.
Next.
This man is reading from a script.
100%.
Did you script this? Are you for real?
No.
Motherfucker, 100% scripts.
Awesome second episode. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. All right, what anime you got next for us?
Next, I kind of wanted to talk about the anime Crusader. Is that the right name for it?
I don't know the English names.
Here, well, go ahead.
What are you talking about? I just don't know the. I don't know the
with
English.
the like male main character and the female main character, and there's like this neutral territory, and you got the guy from one territory, then you got the girl from another territory, and then they meet up.
Yeah. All right, we on the same page.
But anyways, I'm really liking the vibes of the first episode. I know episode 2 is out of this moment, but I have not currently watched episode 2. I have to say, Episode 1 was pretty fire though. I liked the design of the female character. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys. That's all I gotta say.
She's your like standard big titty blonde anime girl, like princess
She,
type
yes,
type
Which,
of shit going on.
if you go based upon the character that Steven, I was gonna call him something crazy just now, that Steven would create in fucking D&D, that's exactly what he would be. He would be a
Oh, yeah.
fucking a drow elf with blonde hair, because that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
the English name is Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of the New World of a New World.
I mean the animation looks pretty. I gotta give him that.
But we
Besides,
but we went over episode 1 last week, Steven. So
I
you
know
need to
I'm kind of behind the times here. Go ahead and tell me what you guys thought about episode 2, and fill it out a little bit more.
What episode 2, Jinza?
I did, and it's very unfortunate because it's like episode 2 was solely like it reminds me of Romeo and Juliet.
I felt like filler.
Did it feel like I don't know? No, that didn't feel like filler.
I feel like filler because like the first episode was like military action and like swords and magic and shit, and then the second episode was just this like subdued. Let's go to the movies. Let's go to the art museum type of bull. Like that's filler to me. That's
I know
fluff.
that's some bullshit, but it's definitely
Yeah.
some shit that's aimed towards Steven. So
Fair
well,
enough.
Got me sold on watching the anime though, for real.
I'm just
Anyway,
saying
nobody questioned.
they definitely did spend the whole episode going on dates.
Yeah, like they framed it as like, oh, we met here. What a coincidence! Like it was just that bullshit. Like
Like that
there's
was
no way that this happened this many times in this short span of time.
I just didn't remember the tags for this anime being romance at all. But that's definitely what I'm getting from it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I thought it was gonna be like some Sword Art Online shit where people are getting killed, but apparently not.
Hey, it took, to be honest, it really took Sword Art Online like 3 seasons to get back to the killing shit, to be honest. Like,
I'm talking about first season here though. What are you, a beater or something?
just saying.
Let's all let's all be honest. Fairy Dance was definitely the weakest plot in the whole entire Sword Art Online season.
It bothers me that you know the English names for all of these things.
I'm a weeb. What can I say?
You said Fairy Dance?
Fairy Dance.
Dance.
I don't even know what that is.
When
Uh,
Kirito had to go save Asuna from the evil organization that took over Aincrad, and then that's what the whole like 25 episodes after the whole plot of season 1, when it should have stayed in Aincrad for the duration of the whole season, and yet they milked it out and having us have a whole crap of Fairy Dance for the whole 25 episodes of trying to save Austin, and that was the entire plot of season 2, and it sucked.
season when they was playing the MMO with fairies.
Yeah, okay, so all right. Thank you, Kyle.
Worst season ever.
Yeah, I'd say it was the worst one of all.
What?
Of them.
A little girl with the pink hoodie?
No, I don't even count that one. That shit is not Sword Art Online. That's
Yes, it is.
that's Gun Girl Online. Get the fuck out of here. Don't count.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
move on before he pisses me off. Steve, what you got next?
Okay, Kaho and Jinsei. I know we already talked about this beforehand, and we already know that me and Kaho both watched the King's Raid. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Apparently, I did not know this before I started watching the anime itself, but apparently there's a mobile gacha game for this, so I'm kind of interested in playing the gacha game.
You're hella goofy.
Yeah, whatever. But anyways, continuing on, I gotta say, the King's Raid seems like a generic anime, but I don't know what about the King's Raid seems so interesting to me. With that being said, Kaho, what do you got for us on the table here?
Well, I liked the first episode of it because it was dark. Like one of the main friends, the main protagonist's friends, just gets shot right in the forehead with an arrow, like out of nowhere. Like you know that the demons are coming, but damn, just deleted this character. Like, so I was on board with that. And then like the whole when they started explaining the story beyond that. They find the guy, he's fine, and then you're the king's son, Harry. You
Yeah,
know,
what was
like
that about?
it was just it was so like they took what could have been, even though it's like been done before quite a bit, they took what could have been a pretty cool premise and turned it into so many other anime premises already. And like I don't know, it's lost a little bit of its charm because of that. The extra characters seem super standard. Um, you got your tsundere mage girl with the pink hair. Like, no, like it lost a lot of points for with me episode 2, but it's still got a little bit something. So I'm gonna continue watching it and see what's up.
Like what they should have done, Kaho and Shinsei, is the fact like have their friend who got, taken out by the demons, and they thought he was dead. They should have had him a little longer into just the second episode. That what should have been like the whole drive towards the story, and I feel like they depleted that little magic that they had with the anime, and that kind of ruined it for me a little bit. For me, like you mentioned, I feel like you and me have the same type of ideas of where this anime is headed.
They definitely could have like waited till episode 2 or 3 to kill off the friend and then like kill off their entire unit. Like it would have given you some time to like build some sort of appreciation for these characters. Maybe get a little bit attached to them before breaking your heart. That thing that the whole emotional attachment to a character, and then it just fucking dies unceremoniously. Like not even like this is an honorable warrior's death. No, he just gets shot in the head and he's done for. Like they could have stretched that out and like made you feel a little something for him when he died. But it was just like halfway through the first episode, this character that you've only just been introduced to. And like you feel the emotion from the other main character. I assume he's a main character because he didn't die and all of that. But it's not it's not significant enough. It's just it's too quick.
Too generic.
Like, well, yeah, but they remove this character too quickly. You know, I think they could have done that one better. And maybe it's because it's like some big like long lengthy story that they just need to rush through. Like because the second episode felt rushed to me. It's just like it was information overload. It was just a bunch of exposition. There wasn't too much action. There was some, but it didn't really hold up to the standard that the first episode had set in my eyes.
So, also, Kaho, I wanted to ask you this as well. How did you feel about the animation? Because to me, I feel like also this is a lower budget anime, and I felt like the animation wasn't necessarily there. But once again, I feel like this anime is trying to gear us towards playing the gacha game. And how do you feel about that when a gacha game brings
What?
out an anime?
Well, I mean, if there, it's I mean, it's a business. They're gonna try and make money off of it no matter what. So if they can like endear you to the characters and then make you want to get them in a gotcha game, then yeah, of course that's what they're gonna try to do. I just think they're, first and second episode so far they haven't done a very good job of it.
How did they pronounce the main character's name in the anime, by the way?
Kazuo, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I know it
I
started with a
don't I
K.
don't I don't even remember to be honest.
It's Cassell. That's what we always
Cassell.
called it back when we was playing a game. 4 years ago, Steven. The game is so fucking old. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm
Is that old?
saying, is that oh, it's older than 4 years. I'm sure.
Well, maybe they're trying to bring more people back to the game. Maybe they are trying to promote the game with this anime. What do you think?
Which also
Sensei?
goes back to me. Like, you really got to like, if you're gonna say something like that, then you would have to look at the earnings that the game has had over its lifetime in both in all the regions that it's in. I don't really think it's a low budget at all. It might have been a whack episode, but I think the budget behind the anime itself is there. Like for It's good. They good. They good.
All right,
I
all
think
right.
I think that the character art is really good. Like I mean, for the extra characters, kind of generic, just dudes in knight armor. But like the main character, his outfit looks hella dope. He's got a big ass sword that don't make no damn sense. And then you got the big titty healer girl.
Definitely
I have to.
good.
I'm gonna have to watch it because like I need to know if he's in his like his awakened character model or what. Like I need to see. Is his
It's
armor
like
like white or is
yeah,
he in gold armor?
it's like a white overcoat and it's got like plates on it at like the shoulders and the chest and elbows and shit like that.
Yeah. So like in any like most gotcha games, when you awaken the characters, they their appearance changes and they all have unique weapons as well.
Yeah,
So
no, he's in level 1 mode, I'm pretty sure.
oh
It's
okay.
only 2 episodes in.
I
Next.
might. I ain't gonna lie. It's making me want to download King's Raid and see
No,
my old
no,
account.
don't do that. Don't do that. If you're gonna spend money, spend it on me.
Or or what about Genshin Impact? That game's pretty fire too.
Nope.
Uh, it was fun, but very briefly for me. I'm not gonna say it's a bad game because it's doing very fucking well. It's making a lot of money, and
100 million.
like 6 people that I know are just fucking just completely sucked absorbed into it. They refuse to do anything else. So like it's obviously got something going for it, but I don't know. I can't get into it.
You aren't into gotcha games like that anyway. So
No, that one doesn't even really feel like a gotcha game though. Like I mean, obviously underneath it, and I'm pretty sure like the gotcha aspect comes into like it's more prominent as you reach the end game. But I'm probably never gonna reach the end game. I think I played it for maybe a total of 2 hours,
I think
three
you
hours
doubled up
maybe.
on me.
Yeah, and I like I
It's a
don't
good
see
game.
myself spending any money on it.
It just don't
It
hit.
is a yeah, it is a good game. It's just it's not for me.
It just
So
don't hit.
so speaking of gotcha games, guys, did you guys ever play Dokkan Battle?
The only gotcha game that I've played, and I'm still playing it, in fact, with any like serious interest is War of the Visions, the Final
Yes,
Fantasy Tactics
sir.
one. Like that's the one that I'm playing. I finally got my waifu,
Who?
and I'm loving her. Uh, the one who was married to
Oh, Vanera, Vanera,
the
Vanera.
Prince of Horn. Yeah. Her. Yeah, yeah. I finally
Yeah.
got her. I didn't get her when her banner was up. It just no luck whatsoever, and then I just randomly got her like 2 weeks after her banner went down. Um, yeah, she's already maxed out. Not in levels, but in awakening and the other thing, limit break. Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy. I got her.
How
I'm
the
waiting for
fuck
the
you
next
get
one.
600 shards and you just gotta? What the fuck?
That's a good ass question. I don't know. Okay. I know. I was saving up the currency, the Visore. How do you pronounce that?
Vizio.
Vizdio. Yeah, I was saving that shit up, right? Um, for maybe like 4 banners because everything was coming out and I just didn't really care for it. Like the only one that I might have wanted was what was her name? Olda,
Yeah,
the big chitty Viking chick, or
yeah.
yeah, like when I saw
She
her,
ain't
I
got big
saw the
fish. She got
like
big
her
thighs. She got big
yeah,
thighs.
I saw the limit break ability that she used, or I don't even know what they're called. And she just like does that thing where she slams her sword into the ground. I was like, that's dope as fuck. And I tried rolling for her twice and didn't get anything but but mega like 1 mega rare, and then the rest is just bullshit. So I was just, you know what? This is a cursed one. I ain't even gonna try for it. So I ended up saving all of the Viscerae for for like 4 banners, and then I just dropped all of it on the one that I wanted. Didn't get her, but I had all of them damn tokens, so I just spent all of those on her shards because I know I was gonna get her eventually.
Right. That's how the game works. That's how it works.
Yeah. So when I finally did get her, like 2 weeks later, I was already like almost to max with all of her limit breaks. I just needed like 40 shards or something, and I just got those through dailies.
That's crazy.
That's my baby.
All right, so continuing on, guys, I wanted to kind of talk about this other anime that like I just found out like probably yesterday, and I blew through both episodes in one sitting, and that anime, as we know it, is called Talentless Nana. Now, what's really cool about this particular anime is the fact that it's so much like My Hero Academia, but a lot more darker tone. And it's like what My Hero Academia should have been, and that's kind of how I feel. And I feel like the premise of this anime is pretty banger of an anime because we got our main character who we don't really know a whole lot about. His name is Nanano, and we got this other girl named Nana, so they're kind of like the same name but the boy and girl version, which I thought that was kind of interesting as well. And I like it on how there's different abilities which each individual character. But what's really cool about this particular story is the fact that everyone is on this island and there's these enemies called
Don't spoil it now.
can't remember the enemies quite right now, but they're like against humanity, and they're always trying to figure out like who is the perpetrator. Apparently, they're the perpetrator in the island of the school, and I gotta say, it's like really well done. I highly suggest you and should say to go watch it later on. What do you guys feel about this particular anime based on what I told you guys about it?
So it's like My Hero Academia. Also, I find it interesting that you said the third word in the title of that anime two different ways, like back to back. You said academia and then academia,
Yeah, it's
like
just
pretty much one after another. But so it's like My Hero Academia meets Among Us. Like there's an imposter or something. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
Huh. All right, I'll check it out. I mean, I like My Hero. I don't really care for Deku, but I expressed my reasoning for that last
This
episode.
man
But
said he said the enemies of humanity. I don't know what they're called, but they're actually called enemies of humanity. They're actually called.
Anyway, really
the
great
enemies of
anime.
humanity.
I will admit though, like from what I saw of it, it really caught me off guard. I kind of saw this anime beforehand. I didn't really pay too much attention until it actually dropped, and I'm like, oh shoot, this is actually fire. It does feel, I will admit, it does feel a lot like My Hero Academia. I think that's the pronounced way how to say that anime. But it gives off a better vibe, more darker tone, and I love it on how there's like even different like quirks for like each person.
You get into spoiler territory.
Not too much spoiled there. Let me explain something real quick. The abilities are different, and I like that vibe on how different this anime feels from My Hero Academia, but also feels so much like it. There's like kind of like a tug of war between the two anime. I know I'm not supposed to be comparing different anime, but man, this anime is really fire though.
Why not? Why can't you compare them?
I
Because
just
the script said so.
Who said,
I'm
said
not
that rule?
scripting. I'm
I'll
not
compare them all day.
but I'm just saying, I don't try to judge anime based off other anime. That's just not how I typically do things. I try to give every anime a fair chance, and that's just how I like things done, in my own opinion.
Hey, some don't deserve a fair chance. Like that Moon Princess
Oh no,
romance
we're
fish
definitely
shit you're
talking
about.
about Moon
That shit does not
Princess.
deserve a chance. Let's leave that out for the rest of eternity.
Nope, we're gonna be talking about it. I
What's the
have
moon? I don't even know. Did we watch
It's
that
the
one?
one. No, it's the one where he's talking about like there's two people who are married and one's named NASA, and then he went on to explain what NASA meant.
I ain't even
Last
gonna front. I threw that shit out the window when he was talking.
that is the
I wasn't even
pinnacle,
listening.
the pinnacle of slice of life anime right there.
It's the pinnacle that nobody but you cares to reach for.
You got me there, Kaho. You got me there.
Nobody. Yeah, I know. But yeah, moving on. Before we get on to that, whatever you're talking about that we're not going to talk about. I wanted to switch gears a little bit. I want to ask you about video games because I don't know. Like I know. Like we talked about Baldur's Gate a little bit and D&D, which technically ain't a video game. And you said that you like fighting games. Aside from the Naruto bullshit, what are you good at? What fighting games are you good at?
I dabbled. Actually, Kaho, I dabbled in a little bit of Street Fighter. I dabbled in a little bit of
Like majority Street Fighters? Can you be more specific?
Street Fighter 4, like Ultra Street Fighter 5. I mainly played like Street Fighter 4, and my favorite character in Street Fighter was Zangief. When you can do like the little spam attack, that was pretty awesome, and that's how like I always won. But yeah, I loved Street Fighter 4, and then I played like Ultra, and I cannot believe on how many different variations of Street Fighter there are from one type.
All right, you just like I'm pretty sure in the fighting community you just committed a cardinal sin by saying that you enjoy spam attacks.
Yeah, I do
Um,
actually.
it's like the whole button mashing shit. Um, so you said that Zangief was your favorite character to play. Who's your favorite character aesthetically?
I'm gonna probably have to say is Ken. He like I like it on how he's from America. I'm from America. I like his like how he was like. If you didn't watch the Street Fighter like YouTube thing they did a few years back, they kind of like shed some more light on Ken's backstory, which I gotta say was a lot darker than I actually originally thought. By the way, did you guys happen to catch the YouTube series of that Street Fighter series they had?
I'm gonna just interject, and I'm just gonna say real quick, Kaho, that I can't wait for us to do like the actual camera shit, because if you can see the faces I make when this man be talking, this man said I like Ken because he's American. I'm
I'm
American.
American.
You can see
Anyway,
the, you
I'm gonna
can
be
see the face.
like I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. Like I'm super surprised you said Ken and not like Cammy or something.
well, I
He's
do like
like,
Cammy, but I don't want to be like like too all about waifus. You feel me?
what? No, I don't feel you.
No, I do like Cammy. Don't get me wrong, but no, I like Ken on how he used like the Kamehameha wave for like with the like whole like
It's a Hadoken. What the fuck?
the,
All right, no, all right. Moving on. Jinsei in the Street Fighter series. Favorite character. Favorite character to play. Favorite character aesthetically.
Most recently, I think his name is Cole. Is he the
Mm.
dude that like he went to jail? Like he's fighting with fucking and with
Cody.
handcuffs on? Cody.
Cody.
Cody. Okay. So like Street Fighter, that's just really not my thing. That's like, but yeah. And then beforehand, it was Blanca.
Crazy Brazilian electricity beast.
Yeah, something about that. Something about that. You know, that green. You know what I mean? Like, just something about him.
All right, that's play though. All right, now this really don't even matter if you like Street Fighter or not. Who's your favorite character aesthetically?
probably Cammy.
You don't know Jinsei.
Yeah.
Cammy is this thin, rail thin, wire muscle. No, that ain't Jinsei's thing.
Mm-mm. Nah. What's the most recent chick? But they you know, she got a dick. What's her name? You're like, what's her name?
Poison.
Is that who? Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell nobody about it, but I.
She do got them like crush a watermelon with her thighs type of like.
She
I
got
mean, Chun Li
body.
too, but yeah,
She got body. I'm just saying, like.
she do.
But I mean, I ain't gonna tell the homies about it. Yeah, I'm smashing. She got a big ass dick. Huh? You know what I mean?
I know what you
Still.
mean there, buddy.
Yeah.
Know what you mean there.
Also, oh, go ahead, Kaho.
So if so Street Fighter ain't your thing, what is, and aside from Blaz Blue, whatever we were playing, aside from that one, what is the fighting game that you enjoy? Like, what's your favorite type of fighting game?
I've also dabbled quite a bit in Grand
I ain't
Blue.
talking to you, Steven.
Definitely wasn't talking to you. Was definitely talking. Fighting games in general is just like not my thing. Like
Why did you just make me spend $60 on a fighting game?
Because we was just talking shit. Okay, so look, backstory. We was talking shit to each other in one of our little meetings. You was talking crazy, talking about I beat your ass in any game. I said, have you played this game? Shut the fuck up. Listen.
Okay.
So look, so you was like, I ain't played this game. I was like, I ain't played it either. It's fair ground. Like, let's just go. I'm gonna buy the game. You buy the game. Let's play. Impulsive shit that like friends who've known each other, brothers who've known each other for fucking 15 years, 20 years. That's some shit we do. We grown, we got money, we gonna spend money on this game and play this game for 2 hours.
All right, fair enough. And then never played again. All right, fair enough. But
No, because your ass start practicing this shit. I wasn't practicing. The
I was
fuck?
I wasn't practicing. I was just like doing other characters for the first time. Like I didn't get any practice in. I just wanted to try out the characters
How
that I
far are
didn't
you
get
in
to
the
try while I
story?
was playing you. Same. I didn't even advance the story.
How far in the story are you?
To the part where you get to like this volcanic island or
Way
something,
past
and like
me.
it's under attack. It's right after the first part of the story.
Way past me. That's
Because
all I'm saying.
it's only because you didn't do the story.
No, 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 no. We look at the hours on Steam. You doubled up on me.
Yeah, the hours on Steam is because I left the damn game on accident when I went to work one
You
day.
got every excuse.
It's just true. I left it on when I went to work one day and I forgot about it. Like I came home. Normally my screen will cut off if there's nothing like animated on the screen, but if there's something animated, I have it set to if there's anything moving around on the screen within 5 minutes, then it stays on for another 5 minutes. But as soon as animation stops after 5 minutes, it'll turn off. And I left it on the versus screen, and so my shit just stayed on
At least you,
the entire day.
at least you came back to a beautiful background because this shit is, gorgeous animation and shit. Feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah.
But going back after thinking about it, I was like real heavy into all like the Dragon Ball fighting games, like
Mm.
Budokai, like heavy into that shit. But if you compare everything, to everything now from back then, everything is more technical now. So back then it was just more like I like these characters, so I'm gonna use these characters.
Mash buttons.
Mash buttons, put together some
Hmm.
combos.
All
Shit's
right,
more simple.
so we've established that neither of you have any skill, and you just mash buttons. Got it.
But
What's
I
the
never
next topic?
claimed, but I never claimed to be the fighting guru. That's fucking Big Bang Steve over there. Nah,
I
that's
You
mean,
it.
know
yeah, yeah.
it.
Fair enough. I just wanted to make sure that everyone listening understood where we stand when it
I'm
comes to
just,
technical skill in
I'm just saying.
video games that
In fighting
require
game,
technical skill.
I'm just saying. Look,
Hmm.
go ahead. You can hold that victory. I could be humble, Kaho. It's good.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
good with it.
no,
I'm
no,
light
I'm
skinned.
gonna brag about that shit too.
Go ahead, brag about it, nigga. To
I'm
who?
gonna brag about it. Like as soon as we get a bigger following, I'm gonna make like a Reddit post or something. I'm gonna just bring this shit up over and over and over. I ain't never gonna let you live it down, and you gonna be mad, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, this nigga mad.
I love you to death. Trust me.
Okay, people, I have a suggestion for you guys.
All right, let's hear it.
Are you guys ready for my suggestions? I actually thought about this all week and I wanted to bring something new to the table for our second episode. And the first question I want to ask you guys, if you could be a professional player in any sport that's actually has a fan base like football, soccer, like like those type of things, what would you play and why? And tell us how you would get there using your methods.
Wait, you mean like make up our own origin story or something?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Yes.
okay, all right, I got to think about this. Go ahead, just say this is your wheelhouse.
This is easy. You just from birth, you are destined to be an NBA player, Brandon McNeil. From the age of 5, you're going to be training day in and day out to be an NBA player. You're going to go to the best school so you can be seen by all the scouts. Brandon McNeil. That shit is easy. I would play in the NBA. Shit, I would play in the NBA, and I would only want to be Steph Curry's backup because Steph Curry the god. Look at Curry. Look
Now,
at Curry, man.
Brandon, just say, let me ask you this: would you go if you had like your mindset you do now, and say you were like reincarnated or something into your same body, just like say like right now, you go transported, you had your same memory as you do now, like completely nothing wiped out from it. Would you train yourself like you would right now to be a pro NBA player?
I would definitely use the motivation and the knowledge to become not even to be a pro NBA player, just to be better at basketball in general because it's all about the love of the game and everything for me. So to just like I had this conversation with somebody else recently. I would take all the knowledge I have now, be reincarnated, quote unquote, and use all that to become better at basketball, even on the smaller scale. just like in rec leagues and shit like that. Like I'm pretty good now, but like if I was this good at like age 11, 12, then you know what I mean?
Would
So
you
yeah, I would definitely do
would you think that you would be a lot better skill set than like all like the 12-year-olds and stuff like that? Like with if only you had your past self with your current self.
I think my limitations when I was younger had to do with not so much height, not so much the heart. Oh no. I was like halfway into the shit. So yeah. So I would, put my full heart into it, full amount of effort, and then like take care of my body more. I'd probably work out earlier. Not so much lifting, but like instead of coming straight home watching fucking Power Rangers and then like eating all the junk food and then going to sleep, I would, do some sit-ups or something.
There you go. So for me, we were like Kaho kind of figure out what he wants to be. You know what? I kind of would like the idea of like swimming. If like for me, I love swimming, and like just imagine if you could be like the next Michael Phelps, and then like you just harness all your energy. I would definitely put it something like unique where like I could go to like the Olympics and get like super famous. That would be pretty cool.
All right. First of all, Steven just wants to be in free.
Yeah,
Um,
we established that last week.
yeah. All right. So thinking about it, I think I would do. I'd probably do the NFL because like I've always had like really good balance, and I've always had a really good feel for like trajectories and like just shit like that, like how to throw someone off balance or how to keep myself from falling, like this type of shit. It's gonna sound weird, but my entire life I've done this thing where if I'm standing up, it doesn't really matter where I am, gym class, at work, whatever. If I'm standing up, I will test my balance, and it's a subconscious thing at this point. Like I'll do everything from like leaning as far back as I can without falling, or leaning as far forward as I can without falling, or like standing on one foot and like buckling my knee to see how far down I can go before it's like laborious to push myself back up.
You mean just like every aloof anime character does, like before like a big fight or
No,
something like
well, I mean that's different. They'd be like doing jumping jacks and like stretching and shit. I don't stretch so much. I just like lean. It's more of like
that? You look like the drunken monkey fighting style. Like, is that what you mean?
no. It's literally like just stand straight up right now, and then lean as far back as you can without letting your hands leave your hip area, and and try not to fall. It's not a spectacular thing, but I think I have really good balance. I've been told that I have really good balance. Like I don't drop shit very often, but at the same time, I don't really care for sports. But the reason why I say that I would want to do NFL, in combination with this fact, is because, like, if you know how to throw someone off balance, or if you know how to keep your balance when you're running, when you're walking, trying to dodge somebody, trying to stiff arm somebody, you have to do that shit at the right angle. Otherwise, it's just completely ineffective. And that just takes like a good understanding of balance. So like you played NFL blitz before, right? Like somebody just like launches someone into the fucking air because they got down like low enough and then pushed
Mm.
upwards at the right angle. Like I've seen that shit actually happen in football. People who have like really good balance are just like they make really good linemen. Like they can just throw people off balance like right at the snap. And you see that shit happen constantly. Really good defensive linemen or really good offensive linemen. They're just fucking masters at this shit. And I think that's something that I would like to do if I was into sports, which I'm not again.
Okay, okay.
I've always been told to play football like for early, but like that shit just never resonated within me. Like, and then if you really look at it, the average what career length for NFL players like fucking 7 years. I think it's like, ugh,
Yeah, because I get hurt real
yeah,
easy. But
that
see,
plus the CTE. You know what I mean?
yeah, but then see, I got the good balance, so I ain't got to worry about getting hurt. I'll be
I
hurting
that's what I
myself.
That's what I took from that. Like you,
Yeah.
But what
you're gonna
about
be hurting other people.
Tom Brady though? He's been playing for quite a while.
I don't care about no damn Tom Brady.
Okay, and I gave you an average. Just because he exceeds the average, does that mean that is not the average? Next question, Steven.
Okay,
Yeah, what's
so
up? What else you think
I
about?
actually cooked this one up earlier this week. I wanted to guys ask you as well. If you were on a single island and you can have only one type of food, you're by yourself. You're only allowed to have food to survive, no entertainment whatsoever. When you can only have one type of food that you know that you would be there, and you would basically be stranded for an entire year, and you have to have one type of food. What would it be?
That's a difficult question because like I like food, you know, like I like to cook and shit. So one type of food. That's
I'm gonna have island pizza the whole entire time. It can't just be anything. It has to be realistic while on the island, right? Nobody's dropping off pizza to me every day, right?
yeah,
I'll let
like
it slide.
something
No.
that doesn't spoil, or
But
Yeah.
like
what if you have
is it
like a
gonna
crate?
spoil? Okay, but like, do you have a refrigerator to keep that shit fresh, or a freezer to keep it from spoiling? Like,
Yeah,
Which means you have
like,
power of some
are
sort.
there any
you
limits
have
to this?
limited power.
Okay, like how do you keep a year's worth of pizza fresh, for example? And how do you cook this shit?
All right, so we're gonna wipe that area off. Yeah, it has
It's
to
too
be.
many variables, Steven.
It has to be something that can stay saved for a year worth of time. Because you will eventually be found within a year, but you have to have one type of food that will last. But you know, like say you pick up a box of cheeses at the grocery store, that could be considered a food, even though it's like one type of food. It will like make you will be able to survive off it.
Mm. Mm. Like if I'm being realistic, I would say like some sort of dried or cured meats. Um,
Like
Some
jerky.
beef jerky, yeah.
not yeah, just jerky in general, not necessarily just beef jerky. In fact, like I think beef jerky is actually the worst type of jerky.
Yeah, it's all
Um,
about that elk, you feel me?
yeah, or like fucking like turkey jerky. I'm cool with turkey jerky, even though it rhymes and that makes it kind of lame. It's still better than beef jerky. But yeah, I would say like some sort of meat because like proteins are super fucking important. But then again, like I have to when I think on that, it's like you're stranded on an island,
Oh, and there's no trees
so
or
you got
anything,
like what
just
about like
sand.
fish? You got fish in the sea.
Yeah, you got
Got fish in the
fish.
sea. All right, so then I would probably choose like some sort of fruit or vegetable then, because like if I can get protein from fish, then I may as well stay healthy while I'm doing it. Living a year on this fucking desert island with no trees. What the fuck, no trees?
Well, it's completely sand based. So you're on this sand island that is about a 1 mile wide radius, and you only have one type of food that you got left with stranded on. Like say you were in a cargo ship, but you had enough food to last you, but the cargo ship that you crash landed was only one type of item, but you were able to choose what it would be.
It's just a car. It's just a sandbank. It's not even an island. It's just a sandbank. Is that
Exactly.
what you're saying?
Yes.
That'd be fucking miserable. Like, can I at least use the cargo shipwreck as like shelter or something? I
Yeah.
know we're getting off topic with
Yeah.
the
Yeah. I
question that
know.
you asked,
It
but
works.
like what the like how am I gonna like survive the sun? Because
Go in the.
you're surrounded by water and that amplifies sun rays. Like
I guess you
you
could
gotta
dig a
know this.
hole.
Dig a hole in a sandbank. In a sandbank, Steven. The fuck is a hole gonna do for you? It's just the sand is just gonna collapse in.
Have you?
And kill you. Steven is like
Yeah.
trying to figure out how you're gonna die. He's like, just
Like
stay.
have you ever played Minecraft? You ever like dug some sand out from like what? No.
But anyways, I would definitely pick mangoes as my main source of food. For like mangoes are solid, gives you every kind of nutrients, and yeah, mangoes would definitely be my number one pick.
I don't think that's true that they give you every type of nutrient, but okay.
Sensei, what do you have to offer?
I'm not gonna front. It's a stupid question. I'm not. I was just saying, like, it's just, I don't know.
Just answer the question.
Bananas.
Why bananas? Explain yourself. You can't just say,
Trying
"Oh, I want bananas."
to get his Donkey Kong on.
Yeah, bananas. Dog.
Remember, there are no trees there. But I guess the cargo ship kind of
Donkey Kong
makes
is
it up.
here.
Or-
So what? You just say you were transporting bananas and you got caught in this storm and you got onto this sandbank and all you had was left of bananas. They're gonna go dead, man.
Nah. You said for a year, so you have to accommodate this man with
Yeah.
bananas for an entire fucking year. You can't
Yeah,
walk that shit back.
Okay, you guys. keep
Because
up.
your mangoes would not survive for an entire year.
Exactly.
What if they were
nothing-
dried?
Like basically nothing would survive for an entire, even if they were dried. Like bacteria will still get on there. It'll still get at that shit. If this, it's an unrealistic question, so you have to provide them with an unrealistic solution to keep
I
his bananas.
could have been. Yeah,
for a
I'm
year.
saying bananas, but I could have been like, oh, I got a year's worth of burgers that I'm gonna be able to eat.
Yeah, or
Like,
like a year's worth of ice cream. Like, well,
Yeah.
you can't pull that shit back at the last second.
Well, ice cream does lead to cavities, man.
You're stranded on a fucking island. Who
I ain't
cares?
worried about. I ain't worried about my fucking teeth.
You're worried about, like, you don't even need teeth to eat ice cream.
Okay, I got another topic if you guys want to keep on this train.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, hurry up.
You
I
have
almost pressed the disconnect button on accident.
okay. You have to have played this game, okay? Like a game from your past or a game you're currently playing. It doesn't matter. A game that you are familiar with. You were sucked into kind of like sort of online kind of style. Let's say that, okay? Let's say that you were put into a game and it has to be any kind of game. What game would you want to be put into? It could be like a universe. It could be put into like, say, like the Mario universe. It could be Minecraft even. It could be like World of Warcraft. Any type of game. What game would you want to be a part of? And you'll be a character in that game for the rest of your life. Like you are in that universe now.
A character, not the main character. But
Just like
a
your own character. Like say like for example me. I'll be put into like an MMO, but it'll be my character. It wouldn't be like somebody else. Like say like Halo from Master Chief, you'd be like a Spartan, but not Master Chief.
So fodder. See, this ain't.
All right, so let me like this depends first though. In this universe, like, are you subject to the realistic laws or are you subject to the game
You're
laws?
subject to the game
If you
laws.
die, do you respawn?
Only depending on what the game circumstances. Like say if you wanted to play like be a Harvest Moon character, you wouldn't die necessarily. But if you went to like a Call of Duty world, you would probably die pretty quickly.
Do you respawn is what I'm asking.
Yes, you don't respawn.
Okay. All right. Do I get to be in there with somebody else or is it just me?
Yeah.
Because if I got to take Jinsei in with me, it would probably be Ion.
You know,
Oh yeah.
I'll let it slide. You guys can be in the same universe.
Yeah, if I got to go in with Jinsei, it would be some sort of, it would be Ion or it'd be RF. It'd be some shit where we get to like just like one of the PvP based MMOs. If it was by myself, the Final Fantasy 11 universe, because that's my favorite MMO.
Okay. So moving on, that's basically all the questions I wanted to ask you guys. You did pretty
Are
well.
you sure? I thought you had more questions
Oh.
and shit. You know, some stupid ones that we were about to get to. Go ahead.
Well, all right, then we can backtrack a little bit here.
You know, the ones that we were making fun of you for.
If you can have one car given to you right now, you can never change the opinion. Like you have to drive that car. It would never get damaged. It would never get dirty. It would never run out of gas. Like you have this one specific car, say like a dream car. That's it for the rest of your life. What would it be right now?
I want you to answer.
A
What?
Bentley.
What?
Bentley.
Why, Kaho?
Big body Bentley. Big grill Bentley. Bentley. Give me a Bentley.
That's the question, Steven. I want to see what you pick.
Mine would be a Hellcat or either a Hellcat or a Bugatti.
Muscle cars?
I like those.
Okay. Or a Bugatti.
I would want like the soccer mom SUV.
Bugattis are like I think Bugattis like are actually $1 million. So like yeah.
My car not gonna run out of gas either.
No, like you can have infinite amount.
Uh,
But here's the catch: you can't change that car. Say you were able to obtain it, like say like I gave it to you, you can never have another car. But even though you got unlimited gas,
Bentley.
so you guys answered that pretty well. Another question
Jin
is,
said, it's like you about to step over him a second time. He didn't
I,
answer.
I know. I was gonna get his shit off though.
all
He
right,
didn't answer that
should
one. He
say
didn't answer this.
pick up the speed there, buddy.
Your ADD kicking it. That's what I'm saying. But like,
He's hurry the fuck up.
What do you got for us?
I don't have to go ahead. Let's move on to the next topic.
No,
I think it's shut up, Kaho. Shut up. Camaro. I'm getting Camaro.
And Camaro, that's so
Yeah,
lame.
Narrow. I want a Camaro.
All right, I got one. Here's another similar question to the car question, but a little bit different variety. Say if you had $1 million, or say somehow you won the lottery. Say there was a mega jackpot going around and you somehow happened to win the lottery and you were set for life. How would you live out your life?
We've been talking about this for years,
Mhm.
decades. What I would do, I'm pretty sure just has like mostly the same shit in mind. I buy a big ass palatial mansion,
Mhm.
everything, gather up all the people that I like. Say,
Mhm.
come and live with me. We living together now. We all playing games. We all doing whatever the hell we want to do. And that's basically it. Take care of me and mine
So
for all eternity. Get immortal life, all eternity.
it's like
You would never, nobody would ever know until they receive the message. I always tell everybody, it's like, if you ever get a text message that says "we on" in all caps, pack your shit and get ready.
Yeah. Got a fucking gaming rooms, like workout gyms and shit, basketball, all that shit. Everything that I know my people like, I get all that shit gathered up in one place. One big ass mansion. We set. We good.
where would this mansion be, Kyle?
I don't know, and I don't really care either. All that matters is it's me and mine there. That's it.
Just saying,
Yeah, I think the better option is now that I think about it, is you buy the land, then you build the mansion on top. You don't buy no pre-built mansion.
No, of
you
course not.
customize it.
Yeah, like I would have because I know the people that I would like invite to this shit. I know them well enough to like I would theme every single room and area for each person. Like the shit that I know
Yeah,
that
what's
they
the theme
like.
for my room?
Yoshi, you'd have like you'd have like
Basketball.
a basketball court in your shit, a nice ass gaming chair and computer set up, all that shit, all in one other corner. You have a spot for you have like a dresser next to your drawer, next to your bed. It's gonna have like 20,000 different types of condoms because we know how you get down. Um, it's just like, and then there's gonna be a big ass sword and shield and a spear so you can switch this shit out just to practice on. Like just all the shit I've learned about you over the years. Have that shit in there.
Be
Fucking
simple. Give him a white pillow.
shield that turns into a gauntlet.
Oh yeah, good old shit. All
What about
Steven needs is a pillow. He good to go. You feel me?
You know it.
Nah, just like get Steven a big ass room with a big ass bed with a bunch of those body pillows. What are they called? Nakimura? Like a bunch of those. Just a bunch of different waifus on him. As if he would never come out of his room
Living life right
except
there.
to ask, "Hey, anybody got some more Jergens? I ran through my 12 packs. I know it's only been a week, but I need some more." And he'd be
Definitely is
like,
a church.
"Damn, Steven, why is your right arm so damn buff?"
Not gonna
Well,
lie, it's actually buffer in real life than my left one anyway.
Yeah. All right. You're not supposed to reveal that about yourself to the people. Like I was making a joke about it. You're not supposed to admit it. But what is it? What is it? What would you buy with this like infinite amount of money if you had it?
See, I kind of have the same concept as Kaho and Jinsei,
Nah,
but
you stealing my ideas, man.
listen
Stealing
here,
our idea.
it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna have a whole entire room dedicated to my mangas and animes, and bless you. And I'm gonna have a whole
Bless you. Yourself.
entire manga room just filled with every single manga in existence. I'm gonna have a swimming pool. I'm gonna have a trampoline. I'm gonna have a room where we can like those like play areas where you can go like rent trampoline for a day. I would love to have one of those. Have a pitfall where we can like do tricks and bounce into a room like foam. That would be pretty awesome. I would have my own skate room where we could get on bikes and scooters and rollerblades, and we would be like just going crazy in them. I would have a roller coaster room, like a built-in theme park in my mansion, and then I would also have a farm where I have every basic like chicken. I would have like uh, cows. I would have sheep. Like I would just have like an underground basement as well, and like I would have like 10 stories down in case ever like apocalypse ever happened. I'll be set.
I ain't fucking with no farm animals. No,
So
thank you. No farm animals in my mansion. The fuck. And a roller coaster. What are you like? Some blank check shit? Like what?
yeah,
No, that, definitely he really like that Neverland shit. Like, my God.
Mm-mm. Did you ever meet Michael Jackson?
never did.
All right, all right. Okay. So what you got next? What's the next topic?
Do you guys watch Akuma Drive episode 2 at all? I know I haven't, but I'm kind of curious to see.
Yes, and it was dope.
Damn, I knew I got something.
The brawler was dope. The brawler is always dope.
The character reminded me of you.
Yeah. I like that character.
So guys,
Ooh.
I have not seen episode 2 yet. I have watched. I'm a little bit behind. Okay, I have seen episode 1. It was really awesome. Yeah, I did get the whole set up like tuning Tyson, like kind of how you guys talked about last week. I kind of understand that aspect a little bit better now. But give me some ideas, without spoiling too much, what happened in episode 2.
I don't think you can.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that we've established this is the anime where like you can't describe anything
yeah,
without spoiling.
it's really hard to describe what goes on in this shit without spoiling it. Like because it's so fucking direct. Like they don't really like do the whole the like the beating around the bush thing. No, they just throw you into the shit. Like there's not a ton of exposition like there is in 98% of all anime. It's like up to the end of episode 2, it's just like the story has been playing out as they say it. So there's you can't really explain it without spoiling it.
Do you think this anime is underrated, or do you think this anime is actually gonna do pretty well this season?
Um, I don't know. I haven't seen very much on like social media and shit. I haven't seen very much about about any anime this season, to be honest. So I don't really know. Like I can't really say one way or the other if it's underrated, overrated, or anything. Like because
Twitter
normally
account.
in order to you have I mean I have a Twitter account, but you have to have something to compare it to in order to and it has to be like in within the same context, so or within the same constraints I should say. So like for instance it would be other anime that have come out this season, fall season, but I haven't seen anything about the other fall anime, so I don't know.
I was just saying, Kaho, that my Twitter account isn't curated towards anime news and such.
Yeah,
So it's
mine either.
like I wouldn't even be able to like check the heartbeat on certain animes and shit within the community because I just don't follow people like that.
Yeah, me either.
That would be my anime alley, anime Steve,
Big Bang
Big Bang.
Steve.
The
Big Bang
only
Tra-
Steve.
The only animes that I have actually seen a lot of buzz, I don't know if I want to classify it as the winter season or at like the middle season of fall. But apparently we are getting Attack on Titan season 4, which I gotta say that looks pretty dope. I have heard that they are having a lot of issues and it might be a little bit rushed, but yeah, Attack on Titan season 4 is about to drop, and I gotta say I'm pretty excited. What do you guys have to say about Attack on Titan season 4?
Big Bang Attack.
As long as they don't rush the animation between the Attack Titan versus the White Titan that you've seen in the trailer, I'm perfectly fine with that. And by that I mean they don't do that whole still shot BS that they did with the Hero Academy of Lemillion versus what's the old boy name? Overhaul.
I've seen Attack on Titan season 1, and that's it.
Yeah, you need to catch up, sir.
Speaking of this season, I just find it
Did
incredible.
you just say speaking of this
Yeah.
semen?
Yes, he
Season.
did.
Speaking,
What?
speaking,
Oh no!
Nut.
Oh shit!
speaking of
Hold
this,
on. Steve's dad. I promise this is a good boy show. Steve is a sweet boy, despite the fact that he keeps saying these inappropriate words. He loves Jesus.
He already admitted that he likes when it dribbles down his knuckles on his right hand.
Let's not. No. Oh, God.
Mental image. It's okay.
Yeah,
anyways,
that's a little bit too much information. Big Bang Dad is gonna fucking. Never mind. Keep going.
Them Big Bang Dad kind of sus too, but it's all good.
I noticed that this season, I don't know what to say about
What
that.
about
This
this
season
semen?
is fire because every Friday seems to be like the anime day of this particular fall season. Do you guys have to agree with me on this one? I feel like on Fridays that's when all the shows come out.
Wednesday, Thursday, because like Akuma Drive, like I focus on the ones that I actually like. So like Wednesday, Thursday have been when I sit down and watch. There's one that hasn't come out yet, or maybe it has, and I just haven't watched it. What was the anime that was first episode you guys were talking about? And I was like, I have it open, but I haven't watched it yet. Which one was that?
I think that was Crusade, and I think that was because it came out that Saturday.
And we
Like,
recorded it.
yeah,
Oh, okay. I just know that there's one that I thought there's one anime that I thought was dope, and it hasn't come out yet. But I had it open like during the beginning of the last episode, so but I don't remember which one. I don't even know which day it comes out on then. But I'm still waiting on that one.
I mean,
Um,
from what he's saying, it still works because you're just like me. I wait till Wednesday and Thursday to watch my shit.
yeah.
So if everything comes out Saturday, you basically got till Wednesday, Thursday. Everything's there for you to just go ahead and binge on for the day.
Yeah, that's what I do. I wait for it all to gather up, and then Wednesday, Thursday, I just sit there and consume.
I definitely feel like Talentless Nana is going to be under. I know we already talked about this anime, but I feel so strongly about it. I feel like it's going to be an underdog, and I highly suggest you guys check it out.
You talked about it.
I'm-
Which one is that? The My Hero Academia ripoff?
Yes.
Okay. Link that one in the chat so I can watch it later. Not right now, just later on.
Will do.
Anybody watch the second episode of Inuyasha 2?
No, that's total
Yeah,
trash.
I did. Um,
They hit
it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better than the first episode. I mean, no.
hit you
All right,
step back flashback again, Kaho.
it's well, yeah. Fuck that. There wasn't. Was there flash? It was a flashback in the beginning, wasn't it? When the flashback happened, I like zoned out, and then once it like returned to the actual like present flow of time, that's when I started paying attention. Um, I thought it was better overall because it wasn't like 3/4 of the episode is just straight up flashback, and you actually got introduced to the newer characters. Um, like I was wondering how I was wondering how are they gonna do this the going into because they were clearly from the first episode you could tell that they were familiar with the real world because of the bike seat thing. So I was trying to figure out how the hell are they going to mix these characters who look just like Inuyasha and Sesshomaru. How are they going to mix them into the actual like the actual existing world of Inuyasha? And there's like some rainbow pearls or some shit. But I thought that they did a better job. The pacing was better because it actually existed. Um, you didn't see anything of any of the old characters except for like um, Kagome's younger brother and like her parents and shit.
And the
Um,
centipede. I
yeah,
feel like
yeah, yeah. The centipede that don't ever die for some reason. Like she keeps coming back. I mean, she ain't wearing no shirt, so it's cool. But still, like, die already. Reoccurring character. Is it a different centipede or is it the same centipede? It looks like the
I don't
same
know.
centipede.
I don't know.
I
She
don't know,
got new
but
motivation. Rainbow pearls.
yeah, and she's kind of like she's stronger than she was in the past. If it's the same one, like she gets hit with multiple bladed weapons and just shrugs that shit off. Like, get this off of me. Let me get that pearl out your eye. It's just better overall in the first episode. I'd say a lot better actually because Shippo wasn't in it. Fuck Shippo.
Oh, that's right. You chip up, but I liked it too. It was cool. It was cool. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be like a 10 episode. You gotta wait 10 episodes in order for the shit to really get started. But yeah, how you feel about the whole the main character dressing like a boy and shit like that? You know what I mean?
I mean,
Women empowerment.
yeah, it doesn't bother me.
I mean, neither, but it's like it's obvious and it's in your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty overt. But at the same time, like people keep saying, like this is a pretty constant refrain you hear, and I don't like it. I'm gonna get political here. So if people listening don't like this shit, turn off the speakers or the sound of the volume or whatever for about 30 seconds. People are always saying like, "Oh, it's in my face. It's getting shoved down my throat and shit." And and like I understand where they're coming from, but like that's a complaint that doesn't really have a lot of or a lot of validity to it because it doesn't happen as often as people try and say. It's like you see this shit happening in one or two anime when there's like millions of fucking anime in the world, or like one or two video games and there's like millions of video games, and it's just like a sticking point for people who are totally against that. Personally, I'm not against it. I don't see a problem with it, and like I can't even tell you, like I can't even think to which anime it was where I last saw this shit happening. I don't know. I don't remember. It's just the first time that I can remember seeing it in a very, very, very long time. So I'm fine with it. Like, give people the proper representation. It don't bother me.
I'm with that. As soon as they start drawing black people with only they stop drawing black people with only afros, I'm really with it. Like afros and cornrows. Like, can we get a fade up in this motherfucker? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Hey, the fades are hard to draw, man. Trust me.
all right. If you giving me the reason why, okay,
No,
bet,
no, I'm,
bet.
I'm not. That's not a valid reason. I'm just saying for me, they're hard to draw.
Production cost goes up 50,000 for the character because you got to draw a fade. It makes sense. I get that. But yeah, so I was saying it is prominent. Like it's like one of the things that stands out to me. And again, like you said, it's not like I'm offended by it. It was just one of the things that stood out to me. I was like, okay. I would say the last campaign of a sort of something like this would probably be Wonder Woman.
Was Wonder Woman wearing men's clothes?
No, it was just more like the campaign, like the amping it up, just the whole oh my god, womanly character. You know what I mean? Like that's what it was. That's the last time. If somebody was complaining about some shit like that, it would be Wonder Woman. I think last time.
I never saw Wonder Woman, but I heard it did well at the box office at least. I don't really know about the critiques of the movie, but
It was a decent movie.
You know why you watched it? Chill, Steven.
But I'll be honest, I'm not so much on the hype for this new season. I'm kind of gonna probably pass it. Not a big Inuyasha fan. I think that's how you say
oh
it.
my god! All right, let's move on before he says the name again and like makes me want to find the nearest living creature and kill it.
Did we?
Yo, what if the nearest creature is a puppy? Chill, bruh. Chill.
Hey, life is life as long as I'm taking it.
Whoa. Fucking villain. It's Dio.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
I've never seen JoJo, but I do get the reference.
We should
Like
watch.
I've never
No,
seen a single episode.
do you know why I'm saying that though? Like that's the whole reason why I hate him. Motherfucker kills a puppy.
I know that was so
Oh,
sad. I watched that
I did
episode.
not. No, I did not know that.
I was horrified.
Do, do.
Is that all the anime that we have to talk about, or do we have any more? If I miss thinking here, guys.
Tell me, Steve.
I mean, we could talk
No,
about Fly Me Over to the
chill,
Moon.
chill. No. Chill. Kaho, did another episode of the fucking magical high school shit come out?
Yes.
What about that?
It was more of an information episode. It was like they do this in the series. Like they'll have episodes, like a couple of episodes that are just packed full of action, and then they have to throw some exposition at you. Most animes do it. Most animes do it, but they do it a lot more than this one does. Um, it's like on some detective type shit because like they're trying to solve a mystery of some sort. Um, because the antagonist shows up and they're like trying to figure out how the antagonist does what the antagonist does. And some bad shit happens to one of the central characters. Um, who is typically considered like a mountain of a man. And it's just like to see what happens to him happen to him. It's just like, what the fuck? This never happens. So and they don't know how this person's power works. So it's one of those where they're mostly for most of the episode they're brainstorming. They're like comparing notes and coming up with theories and shit like that. Um, but there is some action in it, and the action that does happen in it is pretty dope. Pretty dope. But it's not a lot of action. It's more of a one of those slow down episodes. Slow down and think a little bit. Still good though.
Yeah, I'm in a bit.
Have you binged the first season yet?
I watched the first season. I think we watched it like together essentially. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
haven't. I didn't watch the movie, and I haven't watched the first 2 episodes of the second season.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's still worth it. Still worth it. It's one of the better animes this season so far. I'm still with it. See other anime though. Let's see what else did I watch? Hold on, let me pull this up and see. Go Power Rangers.
I'm falling asleep.
A little bit. Not gonna lie. Gotta get some
Come on,
monsters, man.
Monsters. You need to just like get up and do some jumping jacks or something. Get your blood pumping.
Honestly, the only anime that I haven't really talked about yet was Fly Me Over to the Moon, but we already know how that anime is going to turn out.
Yeah, don't nobody care about that.
If you want to count upon the idea of Fly Me Over the Moon to your distinct followers and the followers of that anime who are going to watch this and listen to this, Steven, go ahead. Just remember,
I mean,
you ain't going to get it from me.
Yeah.
they're
Get
getting,
my bag on you for it while you're doing it.
I just felt like the second episode was pretty well done. They're getting like they're already married now. And, like I felt like the marriage kind of happened pretty fast. They actually walked down from the apartment they were staying at into like this registration place, and apparently like it was open 24 hours. And like NASA thought that was kind of interesting on how even at night you can get married. And yeah, they're trying to buy futons together, and now they're like Natha is trying to figure out like, are we gonna sleep together? Are we gonna be like different futons? It just like so much involved with the main character, like just overthinking stuff. I personally kind of like it. I still don't know where this female came from, but it is kind of picking up speed a little bit. And from my point of view, the animation is pretty good. Once again, I don't know about this fall season, but every single anime I have watched, pretty solid animation. But yeah, they're just trying to figure out how to live life together. And basically, the main character realizes that he loves this girl and has no idea what she is actually all about. And that's what they have to learn, is to kind of like figure out how to live with each other. They have no idea on who they are. pretty much.
All right, so I'm only gonna ask a question based off of your synopsis right now. Do you have a preference on which your personal wedding should be? A lot of
Yeah.
people are like, they want the big wedding and everything, and some people are just like, you know what, let's just go to the courthouse and get this done officially. Or do you like have, maybe you just don't believe in being married? So you tell me.
Well, I don't mind either or, but like if I were to have a wedding, it would be like a medium-sized wedding, so like not too overcrowded, not too small, and then I would have definitely like a cake, a standard like black and white like tuxedo and white dress, and then like all the guys would be in a tuxedo, and then all the girls would be in like a bridesmaid dress, and then we would have like after the reception we have like an actual dinner, and then I have to have this. It would be a chocolate fountain. But like, here's what this is like my biggest issue here: a chocolate fountain, but dipped strawberries in chocolate fountain. Like that has to be at the wedding. But besides all that, I don't really care.
Man, you can't name all these intricate ass details. Oh yeah, I don't really care about the details, but let me tell you this. This is what I want: a chocolate fountain.
I'm gonna describe all these damn details, all these damn intricacies, but I don't really care.
But I wouldn't mind like having a bouquet toss, but I want it
That's
maybe
more
a
on
few
the
coats.
bride.
Tossing the bouquet.
You don't really toss the bouquet though. Ain't that on the bride?
His wedding different though, Kaho. He tossed.
Oh, okay. All right. It's 2020. You can do whatever you want to.
But my dogs would probably be in the wedding too. How do you guys feel about like animals being involved? With, like your best animal pet like would be in the wedding.
You just went a whole crazy way of just telling me that you want a big wedding, right?
I don't really want a big wedding per se.
That's
like,
a big wedding. That's a lot of ceremony. We're gonna have the there's gonna be an organ playing. We're gonna have people's families, and we're gonna get married. Then we're gonna have the after party. Then we're gonna have the after party. I mean, everybody gonna get drunk in the parking lot and start passing out before they can go home because we don't want nobody drunk driving. Like, and then there's gonna be a fondue fountain.
And then we're gonna fly Kaho out, and it's gonna be awesome. Like I'm gonna have
don't fly me out.
I'm gonna have Kaho.
You say you're gonna fly you out? Damn!
Don't fly me out. You're gonna like I thought we was married. Sorry, I'm leaving with Kyle now.
And then I'm gonna have like seven.
To steal your girl.
No. And then I'm gonna have like seven best mans. And then I'm gonna have it's gonna be kind of big wedding. It's gonna be outside wedding. It's gonna be at my girl's place because we have a ranch.
I'm actually really surprised.
I'm not.
You're not? I am, because if you listen, you be talking at work. It's just different.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm based on the Steven that I know, I'm not surprised.
One would say, and one being him, the Steven that you know is the real Steven.
Okay. He seems very traditionalist to me.
But we gotta have that chocolate fountain
with strawberries.
See, this is where I got the whole idea from. My sister did it in her wedding, and now I'm gonna do the same thing but bigger and better.
Oh, so you a copycat, and you're just trying to one up your sister because she did it big and you didn't so far.
No, we're going home. We're doing bigger and going home.
Okay.
Chill. Okay, all right.
I'm gonna tell your sister.
Yeah. With her fine. Anyway, if Tiffany was like, Steven, we getting married tomorrow, and he was like, all right, bet, let's go do it. You don't got time to what I'm saying, though. It's
let's not get Steven in trouble now.
I'm just saying. Tiffany's like, let's go. We get married tomorrow. You be like, all right, bet, let's go do it. She's like, we don't have time for a big wedding. So you're not opposed to just going to the courthouse.
I don't mind. I believe that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. No, I will be down for registration papers. I would feel like that would be official.
I mean, isn't it a common thing for people to just like go and get it officialized and then have the ceremony later?
Mm-hmm.
More common for, it's more common for people to do that and then not even do the ceremony later.
Oh, to plan for it and to be like, you know what? I'd rather spend this $3,000 on something else.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? Maybe we don't need all that. We already got it official.
You know what? That's a good ass idea. If I ever get married, I'm gonna make sure that we do the official thing first. and then possibly save myself several tens of thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're on the topic of weddings, just say, how would you have your wedding?
Depends on the female,
Say,
literally.
say it's somebody you know.
No, you would want her to have like a say in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you gonna let a woman tell you what
Would
to do?
you
No,
let
I'm
the
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
okay, just say, would you let the woman like describe like have the whole wedding set up for you, or would you like be half and half?
Look, the only thing I got to do is make sure I show up and I look good. That's it. I show up to other people's weddings trying to outdress the groom. Like that's just what I do. That's just me. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the wedding and they're gonna be like, okay, let's take you out the wedding. Let's put him in here just for funsies because he looks so fucking good. But I digress. What I'm saying is, if she wants to just go get the officially done, and we do the big wedding later, all right, bet you trying to lock me up. You trying to, you see me. She proposed to me, right?
Right. Generally speaking, the man is supposed to ask the woman out.
Not supposed to. That's traditionally
Yeah,
speaking, not
yeah,
generally speaking. I told you this man's a traditionalist.
yeah,
But now,
yeah.
so I'm thinking like somebody be like looking at Jinsei standing in the sun, like, what is your suit made out of? Be like crystal threads. Like, damn, is that why when the sun hits you, a rainbow pops out? Like, what the fuck?
With the bald head, so you can see it on my head, bro. I got a rainbow on my head, my nigga.
Mm-hmm. All
Uh,
right, all right, all right. I dig it.
LGBTQ, OP friendly and shit. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
with.
I dig it. I dig that shit.
all right, guys, I gotta actually. This question just popped into my little head of mine.
Kaho, answer the question.
I'm fine either way, to be honest.
Okay, go ahead, Steven.
Okay, this is kind of related to the current topic. Say you were to get married in age gap. Are you guys opposed to age gaps? And especially, how do you feel like say we're all about 30, I believe, and like say if we made somebody like marry somebody like in their 60s, but even though they were looking good, like how do you
Hold on.
feel about that?
Is she
First,
secure? Am I securing the PS5?
Yes, you would have a PS5.
PS5 out of this? Shit,
Yes.
it don't matter what I'm trying to do. I'm locked up. What you mean?
Now, if she had the
uh,
personality there, but not necessarily all the good looks,
No,
but she's
what
like
the
somewhat
yeah.
okay.
Why you putting like addendums on this shit? Like, no, don't do that.
Okay, anyway,
Uh,
go back to my main plan.
personally, I'm 22. I don't know what you're talking about.
are you there?
Give or take 12 years. But I mean, let's see, how much younger than me is my girlfriend right now? She's 6 years younger than me right now. And our birthdays are like really close, like within a week of each other's. Both Leos. Uh, we actually. Anyway, um, I think as long as the people who are involved are like consenting adults, then it don't really fucking matter what other people think. Like you could have some grandma at 82 years old marrying some young buck who's like 26. I wouldn't give a fuck. They're both adults. Let them do what they gonna do. It ain't none of my business. They ain't hurting me.
Plus, some young bucks. So the guy's the young one, and the grandma's like to say, closer to the wheel, play. Closer to the wheel, play. Do what you gotta do.
But to get that insurance money. Also, she got a PS5. What?
I'm saying, you get a PS5. That's all that matters. And don't let her get some games or some accessories.
Oh man.
Booty. What's up? You feel
Hope that answers your question, Steven.
It does. It
okay,
does.
so I don't really think it does. So this is what he's really asking you. Would you date somebody who is 18 years old, Kaho?
No, I probably would not.
No, I feel like yourselves, like all of us, would have to date like somebody like 30 years older, not like we couldn't date somebody like.
Nope.
No, I currently do not date someone who's 30. In fact, she is under 30, and I am not. So no, can't agree with that. I'm just saying, like 18. No, that's way too fucking young. I couldn't do it. I
It's
mean, like
like
I'm.
mentality built older. That's what I'm saying. And it clicks with you. That's not like, let's say the universe has this in store for Kaho. Are you going to simply say no just because she's 18?
I mean, you could say that with a number of things, and I would like switch my position. Like this is a conversation that we had with Suneo before. I don't know if you were there, but he's Suneo's a friend of ours. He is a gay man, and he asked all of us at one point. I don't know if Jinsei was there or not. Probably not. I think it was a ghost for a long ass time. He asked all of us at one point if you met the one, like the one who just jives with you perfectly, who has, in terms of personality, everything that you wanted in this person. This person is the perfect person, personality wise. You guys hit it off. You guys have like a lot of things in common, not necessarily everything in common, but the important things, the things that matter to you. Like this isn't a person who's going to sit back and judge you for the things that you're interested in, and is going to support you in that case, and maybe even uh, like play alongside you at some points. This person is attractive to you. Like you see this person and you're just like, wow, you know, all these things in this one package, but it's a man. Would you say no to like being interested in that person? And it's something like it took me several days to think about, because like you would think it's just an automatic hell no, I ain't gay, but at the same time it's like what do we look for in a person though? Like is it purely aesthetics? Is it like purely just to have children? Like is that, how important is that to you? How important is tradition to you? So I had to sit back and think about this for several days, because I'm the type of person who I don't like thinking in I don't like thinking in like straight yeses or straight nos, especially with something that has as much nuance as that does. So like say this person, or the conclusion that I came to is, okay, this person has everything that I desire in a partner. This person is just like, is supportive, but also like, intelligent, is able to keep up with me, and like when it comes to conversation, doesn't take shit too seriously, and just has an outlook on the world generally around the same area as mine. Somebody that I can really enjoy being with. I would have to say I don't know. I'm not like, I can't say straight up no, because that's a one in a million person. That's once in a lifetime type of situation that you would come by, and you'll probably never ever meet anybody that you jive with like that. Could I, like, strictly based on tradition, would I say no? I don't know. I I can't say no. I can't say yes. I can't say no.
Boy, you as hell. That's fine. That's fine. I'm on the same page as you. I'm on the same page as you.
Joe
I,
gay ass.
like I get that. If that's the question at hand from Suneo, great question. I must have missed this conversation. I was a ghost. You ain't lying. I was out fighting vampires and shit late at night. Whatever. So yeah,
Yeah. It was it
I
was
get.
it was a really deep conversation.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. I'm with that. So okay, my answer would be the same, because like we're talking about yeah, one in a million chance of some shit happening, and it happens. You can't just take it lightly. Like you can't. Men, female, women with a dick. It don't matter what it is.
Like there's
Mm,
no telling where that comes in, but
Really interesting.
like
It's
perfection. How often do you come across perfection?
right.
Never. You never come across perfection.
But you know what's crazy? I can already guess what Steven's answer is going to be.
Oh,
But
Can
I already
no,
told. I could already tell from that.
can I speak?
no,
Go
wait,
ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, go ahead, get it out
Go
the
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to say I'm against people who are gay. Like I said, I have gay friends, which is cool. Like I'm cool with them, you cool with me. I don't have a problem talking to them. But for me personally, I'm always going to be attracted to females, and I no matter what. I just cannot see that with like I cannot see myself with another man. But that's just my own opinion. I don't hate people that are gay, but I just cannot see myself like that. No matter how perfect they may be, I just can't see it myself.
Right, but here's the thing, and this is the point that caught some people off guard during this conversation, and I waited to hear your answer to say this because I knew that that's exactly where it was going to go because you're a traditionalist. Like I feel like I have a good grasp on the type of person that you are at this point. Nobody ever said, not a single time, that you had to have sex with this person.
No,
Nobody ever said that this person, you had to get married to them. It said that this is your partner. And that could mean a ton of things. That could mean your best friend. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in that type of relationship with this person. And that's it's probably not, this is probably not the place to say this, but it's very telling that that's where you went with it.
yes, but like I said, like I'm just wired that way. I I don't know. I just can't get over the fact like if I really would want to or not, just because on how I am wired. Like my whole like DNA is like all about girls. You know what I mean? Not trying to.
Did you just hear anything that I just said just right now?
Yes, I did.
He did. He was just explaining himself further. He was expounding upon his
I mean,
thought process.
I get
Completely
that.
unrelated to your question. Yeah.
Yeah, like were you okay? You already said that. Why are you like for like that? Just that makes me think like have you ever heard the saying, um, "Thou dost protest too much"?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
So what it typically means is the person who is the most against something secretly desires that thing.
Mm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, I have heard that before.
Like you see like like pastors and like priests and stuff, not priests necessarily, but pastors who have like mega churches and like YouTube channels, and they're always like, oh yeah, we hate the gays, we hate the gays, we hate the gays, we hate the gays. But then you turn around and you read a news article where
And
like that same pastor was caught blowing some dude in a fucking Burger King bathroom.
exactly.
Steven,
I don't.
Steven, chill. Chill, bro.
I don't think you understand the
Nah,
implication.
he definitely
All right,
does.
never mind, never mind. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's get off of this. We ain't trying to get
Nah,
Steven in trouble.
yeah, but no. So like, but going back, because so you're saying that 18-year-old perfect for Kaho perfect for her, as far as relationship, trying to get like you're saying yes. You're not saying no based off of the fact that she's 18.
If she, yeah, okay. In that very specific um this very specific hypothetical, then like if she was that one, then yeah, I'd say yeah, I guess. No, I can't even say I guess because it's just like waffling. Yeah, that's a yeah.
Yeah, I mean to just as plain as day say this shit. She
Yeah,
hits every fucking mark. Every box is checked. She just happens to be 18.
yeah. I mean, she's an adult. As long as she with it, I'm with it. Yeah, why not?
Even further, nigga, she the one trying to get you.
All right. I mean, if she got a PS5, then even better.
What
Bruh.
what what about the Xbox One though? No,
I don't really give a fuck about no Xbox.
PS5 or nothing, right? Or go home.
She got an Xbox. It's like maybe at that point, like you got bad taste, girl.
And I was like, what you gonna play on this shit? Get the fuck out of here.
Some Halo. I don't give a fuck about no Halo.
Yeah. And Steven, I already know you're gonna get whatever you can get. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, poor Steven.
It's a cruel world out there.
It can be. It can be.
You just gotta battle your way out like a RPG.
The views of Jinsei do not necessarily represent the views of the Night Sky podcast.
Wait, why you put my name in there?
What? What are you talking about?
I ain't saying nothing controversial. I was just saying
I
some
don't
shit.
know what you're talking about.
Anyways, I'm pretty much all talked out for the night.
Yeah, you're gonna fall asleep here pretty soon.
Yeah,
I
you
already
know what
know
woke him up though? I ain't fucking no dude. I woke him up. He's like, hold up, Kaho. I just gotta let you know.
Hell nah. Hold on, let me pull my balls out. Yeah.
No, that was a good one though, Kaho. That was a good one.
I mean, it was a good conversation, even though I don't think you necessarily have any place in it, and that's not. I don't mean to say that in an insulting way. It's more of like
None taken.
never mind. Yeah. All right, we done with that. All right, Steven trying to go to sleep because he got
Outros,
some
everyone.
old man time. What? I'm doing the outro. Be quiet. All right, so episode 2 podcast. You get to know us a little better. Maybe some politics thrown in there. Typically not something that you want to venture too far into this early on in a podcast, but whatever. You know, we ain't scared. Check out Steven's Anime Alley YouTube. That's it,
Yeah.
right? Anime Alley.
You got
All
it.
right, check out Steven's Anime Alley. He does like anime review shit there. You can see his pretty ass face. He's got like a lot of manga shit, straight up weeb shit.
All day, every day.
Goddamn. Pretty sure if you search Anime Alley on Twitter, you'll find him there as well. Jinsei, what's your Twitter again?
I think it's the real _ Jinsei.
I
Yeah,
got you,
yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
I'll
Check
put it
out
in the
Jinsei,
description.
the real _ Jinsei at on Twitter. Check him out. You get to see his beautiful ass head, right? He likes to do sports and shit on there. He likes to talk his shit. He be
Don't look
posting
at my likes though.
he be liking some buxom women. So if that's what you're into, check that shit out. Me, I like to argue with people on Twitter because that's just the type of person I am. I'm very confrontational, straight in your face with that type of shit. You can look up actual Kaho on Twitter. That's where I am. I ain't got no YouTube channel. Jinsei ain't got no YouTube channel. Don't worry about that shit. But if you like what we do, like who we are, you know, want to send some nudes, whatever, you know,
Send them to me because I'm gonna be the only one who can appreciate them.
DMs always open because we're desperate.
No.
Some more than others.
Steven for sure.
Yeah, Steven for sure. But yeah. So hope you all
Fuck you up.
hope you all got to know us a little bit better. This is not going to be like a regular thing. We ain't going to be like introductory. The podcast we aim to do sort of a like we're trying not to tie ourselves down to one thing in particular. We're just going to talk about what we like to talk about. Anime is always going to be in there because we all like anime. Video games, just a whole bunch of different topics. It's going to be a variety type of show. So hope you stick with us, and yeah, look forward to the next one.
Peace.
What's up, guys? This your boy Steve.
Thanks.